Hey, so when y'all packing y'all luggage, you want to make sure that you have two bags. Those are your two bags. You can check in both of those bags. You can also use the smaller bag as your carry-on, and you can use your book bag. I usually in my book bag, I keep my laptop, my tablet, any of my small electronics goes in my book bag, and I take that on the plane with me. So your big bag is what you're gonna put your clothes in, your steel toe boots, your shoes that you're gonna, your shoes for your when you go outside. You have those shoes. You make sure you get you a pair of Crocs or some type of clothes and shoes for you to just walk around the ship in when you're not on duty. You make sure you get your flip flops or whatever you use to get in the shower with. So you need shower shoes, and I would get two pair of those if I were you guys. Just in the event something happened on one pair, you got a backup pair. You want to make sure you have your soaps, your toothpaste, toothbrushes. I always travel with my own sheets, towels, rags, pillowcases, and sometimes I bring my own pillowcases. You want to make sure you are packing enough work clothes. Your coveralls, your cargo pants. You're not supposed to really work in shorts. You can't have like tight fitted shorts. So if you got cargo shorts, that's fine. Keep your steel toe boots on when you are on deck or when you're walking around the ship. When you're on duty, you have to be in your steel toes. If you are in the deck department or the engine department. As far as galley, I know a lot of girls, or I'm sorry, a lot of ladies, they wear scrubs. Just be comfortable in what you're working in. Long sleeves. Because if you get spills and stuff on you, it's easy for you to go change that out and put something else on. Just be comfortable. Make sure like you have caps, because sometimes you need a hat when you are doing drills, especially in the deck department. What you have a hat on, long sleeve shirts, and pants, and you have to have on closed toe shoes. So if you're on duty, you'll be in your steel toes. If you're off duty, when you have to meet at your muster station, you need to make sure that you have closed toe shoes on. When you go in the galley, I know some ships are very strict. So when you're in the galley, there's no tank tops in the galley. There's no tights. There's no fitted clothes for females. Like you can't wear that kind of stuff because you don't want to draw that kind of attention to yourself anyway. But don't have any flip flops on in the galley. Don't come in the galley with slides on your toes out. Like they do not play about that with your toes out. Some of these ships won't even serve you if you have on flip flops or open toe shoes, because anything can happen, an incident can happen, and you'll be a liability at that point. So you never want to put yourself in that predicament. As far as just like certain things that that you want. Like if you want to bring your PlayStation or your Xbox, you bring that stuff at your own risk. If something happens to it while you're at the airport, it is not the company's, it's nothing that they can do, because that's your stuff. You brought that stuff at your own risk. Not saying anything will happen to it, but in the event something does, you won't be, that's a liability on your own. It has nothing to do with the company that you're working for. They will not reimburse you for any of that because you brought that at your own risk. So you just want to make sure that you have enough clothes, shoes, that's going to last you for about 6 months. Because if you're going with these different companies, like sometimes there's not relief on time for you. So you want to make sure that you have enough clothes that's going to last you. Bring your gang flings, bring your paws, whatever you wash your clothes in, and you're specific about what you wash your clothes in. Some people are allergic to some of the detergents and stuff they have at sea. They'll always have stuff that you can wash your clothes with. Maybe not something that you're used to, but bring what you need. Bring what you're going to use. As far as women, with your sanitation, make sure you have enough of that with you. The ships usually have ship stores. They may not have the products that you use, but you may be in port somewhere where you can actually go to a store to get what you need. There's always ways around things. So even if you don't pack enough, you don't have enough, you'll always be able to get off in these ports to buy you what you need. That's why with me personally, I always bring like one pair of shoes that I'm going to go out in. Have your little flip flops, cute sandals if that's what you want to do. But have your outfit to go outside in. Like when I say outside, that means travel, to go explore when you're in these different countries, and you want to make sure that your shoes are comfortable, because you could be doing a lot of walking and you don't want to walk in like shoes that aren't comfortable for your feet, because baby, if you're out here in the wrong shoes, your feet gonna let you know first. So just be mindful of that. And anything that you think that you may need, especially your meds. If you're on meds, make sure you have a great supply of meds that you need. take your vitamins with you. And sometimes if you own long hitches, you can also order packages from Amazon and have them shipped to your shipped to the ship. They have a ship address. They'll make sure that they go to that address, and then they'll have cruise ships that come out that also they will bring your mail and stuff to you. With MSC, they do vert reps with helicopters. Sometimes the mail may be on that as well. I'm not sure how they do that, but they have cruise ships that come around that bring packages to the ship, especially when you're anchored out somewhere, you're in port, you'll be able to get your mail. If you're in port, they'll definitely go get your mail. So they'll ship everything that's needed to the address. Your ship will give you the address to send your stuff to. Just make sure you get the address and put it in correctly with Amazon, because it could go somewhere else where it's not supposed to. All right, y'all, that's my tips for today as far as packing your bag, your sea bag. Until next time, peace.